You ever wonder if a father's love could actually shield his baby girl from the world's worst moments, even at 30,000 feet? Yeah, that happened. Though honestly, not the way I expected. My name's Marcus Thorne, and I can tell you, the day I took my 6-month-old daughter Lily on a flight from Atlanta to London, I thought the only thing I'd be fighting was jet lag and maybe some dirty diapers. But what I got was a 9-hour lesson in just how ugly people can be and how much you can endure when you know a little girl is counting on you to be her shield. Let me back up a sec. It started with chaos, like every airport does. Hartsfield-Jackson in Atlanta is basically a city that never stops moving. Announcements echoing, suitcase wheels squeaking, people talking 1,000 conversations at once. But all I really heard was Lily's soft breathing against my chest, her tiny fingers curling around my shirt. That's my world now, my anchor since her mother, Maya, passed away not long after Lily was born. This wasn't just a trip for fun. I was taking Lily to meet her grandma for the first time, carrying my wife's legacy across the ocean, feeling the weight of grief, and the hope that maybe, somehow, introducing Lily to her grandmother would start healing all of us. I'd read every blog about flying with an infant, packed everything with military precision, and rehearsed every possible scenario. I thought I was ready for anything. But you know what they never tell you? You can't really plan for people. The moment we boarded Stratos Airlines, I could feel it. The subtle stares, the way folks clutch their purses tighter when a big black guy walks by with a baby, the silent assumption that I didn't fit in premium economy, that I couldn't possibly be Lily's dad, that this wasn't my world. I'd gotten used to it, but I never got numb to it. At the door, a young flight attendant, Leo, with a nervous smile, gave Lily a little wave. That helped. But the other attendant, Susan, had this icy look, all tight smile and judgment, like she'd already decided who I was. That bag needs to go all the way under the seat, she said, cold as January. I gave her no trouble, just did as I was told, been playing that game all my life. Settled in, strapped Lily into the bassinet, finally let myself relax a little. The woman by the window, Mrs. Gable, leaned over, all warmth and kindness, asking how old Lily was, whispering sweet things that felt like sunlight. For a second, I believed maybe, just maybe, this flight would be all right, but the peace didn't last. The moment boarding finished, Susan stalked down the aisle, eyes hunting for infractions, and went after me first. That diaper bag can't stay on the seat. I tried to explain. The app said the seat was empty, but she wasn't having it. Made me cram it under the seat. It was nothing, really, except it was everything. The first crack. I knew this wasn't going to be easy. Once we were airborne, Lily slept for a while. I let myself hope. But babies get hungry, and when she started fussing, I reached for her bottle and went to get hot water from the galley. Susan blocked me, cart in the aisle. "You'll have to wait," she snapped, loud enough for everyone to hear. I tried to explain. Lily needed her bottle. She just smiled, fake as could be, told me service would get to me eventually. I could feel every eye in the cabin. My daughter's cries grew louder, my patience grew thinner. Leo, God bless him, saw what was happening and sneaked the bottle to the back, warmed it up without Susan seeing. "Susan can be a bit particular," he whispered. Understatement of the year, but the hits kept coming. Next hour, Lily needed a diaper change, no way around it. I got up with her, walked to the back, and Susan was there again. "Both lavatories are being cleaned," she lied, deadpan. "Changing table is broken. What am I supposed to do?" "Wait," she says. "Do it at your seat?" "No, that's against policy," she says. She built an impossible trap. No way to care for my child that wasn't wrong. Mrs. Gable saw what was happening and tried to help, but Susan snapped at her, too. "Return to your seat." Then she accused me of creating a disturbance. That word, official, loaded, like she was just waiting for me to snap. That I sat down, humiliated, Lily screaming, everyone staring. That helpless feeling, knowing you're being set up, painted as the problem when all you want is to take care of your child. But you know, Anger can be clarifying. I realized this wasn't just about me anymore. This was about my daughter's comfort, her health, her dignity. I waited, hoping they'd let up, but no. Lily was frantic. I stood up again, told Susan I wanted to speak with the flight purser. She's resting, Susan sneered. And I won't wake her for a simple diaper issue. She even threatened to have me restrained if I changed Lily anywhere except the inaccessible lavatory. That's when Maria, the purser, finally showed up. Susan spun a whole story about me being disruptive, ignoring orders, the works. I told my side, but Maria stonewalled, protected her own, lied about the bathroom still being cleaned. That's when I realized the system's designed to defend itself. If I'd stayed quiet, nothing would change. But there's one thing they didn't know. I wasn't alone. My brother, David, is the CEO of Stratos Airlines. I pulled out my phone, paid for the Wi-Fi, called David mid-flight. Dave, it's Marcus. I'm on flight 724, and there's a problem. I laid it all out. No embellishments, just the facts. Refused bottle, fake, cleaning, threats. Leo overheard the whole thing, his face going pale. Dave just asked for names, told me to stay put. You won't have to go get her, he said. She'll be coming to you. Less than a minute later, Maria's face went white as she read a message from the ground. She was to report to my seat immediately. I handed her my phone. David Thorne, CEO, I said, watching Susan's face crumble when she heard the name. It was like watching the tide turn in real time. All her power drained out. Suddenly, everything was available. Bathrooms, changing table, even champagne and chocolates. I didn't want any of it. No thank you. I told Maria, cold and clear. Just leave us alone so I can care for my daughter. No luxury could make up for basic decency. Susan was relieved of her duties for the rest of the flight, walked down the aisle in shame. Passengers who'd glared at me now stared at their laps. For the rest of the trip, Leo quietly made sure Lily and I were taken care of. Extra water, blankets, even a little peekaboo over the seat. Mrs. Gable squeezed my arm, told me Maya would be proud. That got me in the heart, more than anything else. When we landed in London, the reckoning wasn't over. Before the seatbelt sign was even off, a Stratos executive in a sharp suit boarded the plane, Julian Croft, VP of European Operations. He addressed me first, offered a deep and public apology, then told Maria and Susan to report to HR immediately, suspended on the spot. Every passenger in our cabin was promised a full refund. The message was clear. This would not be swept under the rug. Dave called as I rode to my mother-in-law's house. It was worse than you said, he told me. Leo and Mrs. Gable had both given damning written accounts. Susan was fired for cause, blacklisted from the industry. Maria was demoted, her career as a senior purser over. Dave announced a new company-wide training, the Lily Initiative for Fairer, Kinder Skies. I sat in the quiet of my mother-in-law's garden, holding Lily, breathing in roses and dusk, realizing that sometimes you don't go looking for a fight, but when it finds you, you fight for those you love. And sometimes, doing the right thing actually changes the world. So, let me ask, where do you draw the line between patience and standing up for yourself? Was this justice or just corporate damage control? Drop a comment, share your thoughts. Let's talk about how we hold power accountable and what dignity really means at 30,000 feet. If this story struck a chord, hit like, share it, and subscribe for more real stories that matter.